It's our pleasure welcoming you to the studios of Poly TV in Laro this afternoon. This is the time for newspaper review and analysis with Mr. Deji Adeyemi. Mr. Adeyemi, I told you, he's a veteran journalist, he's a publisher, and of course, a public affairs analyst. You're welcome to the studio, Mr. Adeyemi.
Thank you very much, Femi. I'm glad to be here.
I love your printed Ankara.
Well, it was used recently. We used it to for a send forth for our bishop in Ota.
Okay.
So I felt, let me just give it another go.
It's a feminine color, but it looks good on you.
Thank you. I don't know about feminine colors.
I thought you want to contest it.
I don't know about feminine colors.
I thought you want to contest it. Okay, let's sail straight into the world of newspaper review. And I'm starting this afternoon with the front page of the Tribune newspaper. Tribune says, Tinubu signs Electoral Act 2026 into law. And that brings an end to the furore of the electoral bill and following the concurrence between the House of Representatives with the Senate. And we now have a bill that will midwife the 2027 election, as it were.
Yeah.
What is your comment on that?
Well, as you said, it has brought a closure to the furore, as you said, in the National Assembly and even beyond, because that was quite some very significant bill that was properly, that was given a shot by everybody. What I mean is that now that the president has signed, I think we should just give it a try. At least for the next elections, there's hardly anything anybody can do about that now. It has become a law. And of course, don't let us forget that we are running behind time in these matters. The INEC has given an election timetable. In fact, they will need to now readjust because in the wisdom of the National Assembly, they were looking at Ramadan next year. And of course, during the Ramadan, nothing particularly happens. But all the same, I think that the quick manner in which the president signed the bill may just as well be applied to so many other areas of governance. Releasing money in time for budget implementation, and so many other things, even in construction and all the rest of it. So let's just put that aside and move ahead.
My observation is that this time perhaps is the first in recent years, or since we started this democracy, that we will have a bill, the Electoral Act, that is keenly contested even beyond the National Assembly. People, the electorate, as it were, outside, were keenly interested in what is happening. We have not had it so elaborately discussed in the previous elections till now. What could have...
Yes,
is 2027 very much unlike other elections?
The fact is that people are getting more interested in their lives, and their lives are tied to governance, to democracy, because that's still what we practice in this country as at now. So what I'm getting at is that it is all right that people should get interested and get to, in fact, interrogate their representatives in the Senate and House of Assembly and even in the states and down the line, so that we can know what exactly is happening or how they themselves are governed, are being ruled.
Okay, the onus lie now on INEC to do what is right for Nigerians now that we have a law that will midwife 2027. I wish them all the best. We're still talking politics, and I still remain with the front page of a Tribune newspaper. There's a minor report on the masthead which says 2 killed during Ondo APC World Congress. People are losing lives at the World Congress.
Yes.
Does it worth it?
It's a pity, and I am surprised that people still do these things. That is, kill because of affiliations or party politics and all the rest of it. You have to be convinced in something to want to follow it up, and follow it up in such a manner that you are not running foul of the law. It is this same stakeholders meeting that was conducted in Abeokuta recently. It was easygoing, it was fine. Now in Ondo State, they are killing themselves. And who are the ones that are killing themselves? They are the same party people.
Members of the same party?
Yes. So we just need to kind of sit down, do an orientation for ourselves, such that we can take politics as service and not as a do or die affair.
It's like politicians have refused to learn from some people that I can call eminent. I recall that former president, Goodluck Jonathan, once said his political ambition does not worth the life of anybody.
Exactly.
So nobody should share, no life will be lost while he's aspiring to become anything. But these days, people close eyes and
yes, I hope there will be a kind of reorientation, as I call it, amongst the party members and even the people. Because come to think of it, the thugs that will be used are some other people's children or young adults, while yours are in UK, in US and other places, and yet you can manipulate other young people to go and cause mayhem. I think it is just very wrong, because those who went to that meeting to disrupt them are not really the party prominents.
Okay, we move forward on our production, and another story on the masthead of Tribune newspaper says 33 miners die in tunnel in Plateau State. So unfortunate. We don't know what caused it, but it's so unfortunate, so gory.
Yes, any death for that matter humbles me. I feel sad, I feel humbled, because it just as well could happen to anybody. Whether you are a big man or you are poor, down the ladder. Because those young fellows that were caught in the mine incident were working to sustain their lives, their families and siblings, and yet they got caught. You see, what I want to really ask is that what kind of safety measures were provided for the miners before they went down there? Because now the report was that it was monoxide, so that really caused this. And if you breathe it in, it blocks the oxygen that works within your body. And so were they actually giving rescue safety measures to go down the mine? You know, this mine thing in Nigeria, the mining industry needs to be revamped. It's either the government takes it, especially mining for gold, for zinc and all the rest of them. we need to work on that. It's a pity. May their souls rest in peace.
Amen and amen. Now we'll move to the front page of a Vanguard newspaper. There is a minor strip on the masthead which says Tinubu signs executive order to end NNPC's 30% oil revenue cuts. What we used to hear before now is that the money generated or made by NNPC, some percentage of the money were retained by NNPC itself. Not everything goes into Federation account. And now the president has signed an executive order that everything that you made must come to the government purse first before disbursement.
Well, it's just happening to them. That is exactly what obtains in several government ministries or past. That's what they call the TSA or something. All monies first goes to Abuja and then it is subsequently disbursed. But in the meantime, I think that must have been after some kind of forensic investigations. And of course, NNPC and L now has always been in the eye of the storm in terms of, for crying out loud, that is the biggest revenue earner for Nigeria. And human beings are being human beings there.
I go to the front page of a Punch newspaper. There's this report, ICPC grills El-Rufai after EFCC's release. I understand that both ICPC and DSS are interested in El-Rufai's matter, even after EFCC has granted him bail. What do you have to say to that?
Well, I think it's a pity he got himself into all this. Because, come to think of it, I don't even see how he's going to have time to participate in the 2027 elections, as it were, because the case with EFCC is there, going back and forth. Today in court, tomorrow in EFCC's office, and all the rest of it. And then again, ICPC has come up.
Yeah.
Not to talk of the fact that DSS, as I talk, has already taken him to court. So he will need to be in court very soon. And it's not going to be a tea party. So what I think is that it's a pity that this is happening to him. But as I always say, let him go and have his day in court.
Mr. Adeyemi, there's a question I keep on asking, and I've not gotten a response or cogent reason why it will take government this long before arresting or prosecuting El-Rufai. He left government about 4 or 5 years ago, and of course, all these allegations of money laundering and mismanagement of funds to the tune of 430-something billion naira doesn't happen yesterday. Is it because he fell out of favor with the APC or with the government in place that, okay, we now want to open your books, as it were? If he had been appointed a minister or be friend of this government, would we have...
I think we should go to the history of the thing itself. It was the Kaduna State government that actually proved the tenure of El-Rufai. And that was in 2024, even when Sani, the governor,
Basani?
Yes, was still in NNPP. So it has nothing to do with APC. That's the way I look at it.
Okay.
They've proved this tenure and sent their investigation, their results to the EFCC. And EFCC, of course, will work, whether you are in APC or we are not in APC. The hits may be different.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I think if you have a file with EFCC, the file will be opened one day now. So that is about that. And I feel that at the end of the day, it is not about because he fell out. Is it because he fell out that made him to go to Arise News to say the things that he said?
Definitely, if he...
So you went to Arise News to say you have tapped into the phone of the National Security Advisor.
All right.
And you want everybody to just take it like that?
All
No,
right,
sir.
because time is not our friend, we will be rounding up now, but we will briefly discuss this. Ramadan, the front page of Punch newspaper. Ramadan, Tinubu, Atiku, governors preach unity. We've always have them preach unity to Nigerians. But when election comes, when we are approaching election, they, the participants, the operators, it is they that will continue to open up disunity among us, throwing up tribal sentiment and all whatnot. So, are you surprised that they are preaching to us that we should be united?
You see, the fact remains that at the end of the day, our politicians, even the electorate, should have a change of heart. It is not about mouthing unity, peace, and development and all the rest of it. It is about doing it. They have always been saying that. It's just like when we talk about when there is crisis in the security sector. I say we are on top of it. Why are you always on top of it? But in the meantime, you see, we need to move nearer God. Sincerely, all sectors of the society, the Islam, the Christianity, and even the Isheshe, so that it will order the way we behave, the way we respond to things in life. I hope they themselves could tell themselves that truth, that it's not about mouthing it, it is about doing it. And of course, I must say that this year's Ramadan and Lent coming at the same time,
same day,
is a symbol, and it's something that we should look at, and we should have, I mean, it should be with us that we can walk with it. It shows that there's nothing making us different anyway. So that's about that.
Thank you very much for your thought, Mr. Adeyemi. I love having an encounter with you, and I always get.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
That's the program this afternoon. Stay blessed.